Hey guys, it's FifaRalle here and welcome to episode 9 of the Skill and Career mode, and we jumped up to 12th place in the table from the relegation zone, which is definitely not bad, but we do have one big test left in the league, and then I think we play pretty much all the top teams, and that is Manchester United. They're currently third in the league, and the team we are taking to play against United is the following. Got Embolo, Arroyo and Bolasie up on the top. And then we're going to play Zaha in behind. Pretty usual stuff there. But still had a few players a little bit low on fitness and stuff like that. Bellerin, Dyer and Dan Suarez on the left back. That is pretty much the team. McCarthy coming in instead of Jedinak as well. So, going up against Manchester United. I forgot to show the lineups when recording this match. United had a lot of sort of non-starting players into the line. They had Romero in the net and a lot of youngsters into the side as well. And it could be seen in the match. It was definitely us all over United's backline, creating chances here. The first one, we couldn't get the shot in, but we created some good stuff. And Arroyo will get back onto the ball here. Lovely elastico in behind the defender, and he takes the shot, and it goes on to the post. What a save from Romero there. 60th minute, though. I picked the ball up in a good spot. We played on through to Embolo. We tried to power it in at the near post, but Romero is able to save it yet again. And then United's first chance and only chance of the game. You know it, they score and they make it 1-0, completely undeserved. They've not been in my box before this, so that was a tough one to take, them scoring like that. And of course, we're not going away from this match without at least trying to get a goal back. Cabaye plays it on through to Bolasie, and we are pushed to the ground to win a penalty. And in the last episode, you guys told me, do not do the Panenka. Stop doing it. And yeah, I decided to go to the right this time around. We get a goal. And we draw the game 1-1. And as you can see, United had one shot in the entire game, and they scored off it, being clinical there. And I could have seen us getting 3 points from this match, but if I'd been asked before the match if I'd be happy with a draw, I'd of course said yes. So it's still alright, still undefeated in a couple of games. And yeah, we train in Bolo here, and I saw a couple of people telling me maybe I should train somebody else, but I still kind of want to push in Bolo and just see how much he can grow throughout an entire season. And there's also a lot of people saying, hey, you're missing out on practice and stuff like that. Sometimes I forget to sort of record all of it and edit it in, but usually I tend to practice pretty much every week. Maybe I forget it every now and again, but most of the time I remember those practices. Anyways, we got another game, and it's up against Liverpool. They're sitting just ahead of us in the table, so it's sort of similar to the Crystal Palace Liverpool fixture like a week ago, where Crystal Palace could jump ahead of Liverpool, and it's the same scenario here. If we win, we go ahead of Liverpool in the table. Here you have their lineup, not really anything new to their lineup, and we're rocking with pretty much the same players. So up against Liverpool we go, and we start off with Arroyo in the 29th minute. He loves that elastico, it works very well. Plays on through to Zaha, a little roulette, a little dink, past the slide tackle, lays off to McCarthy, gets it back, tries out the shot, but just like against United, our first shot is blocked by the defender. And then sort of near halftime, it's Bellerin to sort of start the attack, and he continues running into the box here, and eventually Arroyo, he will find him with a little dink, stops up in behind the defender, and Bellerin scores his first goal for the club. And what a game to do it in against Liverpool at Anfield. Definitely not bad at all. And that's so Liverpool going a little bit on the offense, trying to get back into the game. It's Henderson with a volley, but just wide off the post, and remain in the lead. And we find Arroyo here out on the wing in the 68th minute. Don't know what my other player was doing there, falling to the ground. But Arroyo, he just keeps on running into the box. But Emre Can with a very important block. That could have been a really, really nice goal. But we find Bellerin here from the throw-in. He already got a goal, and he finds McCarthy here. McCarthy turns around, and he scores. And brings us up 2-0, and Bellerin gets a goal and an assist from this match. Definitely not a bad performance there from our fullback, our lonely player. Maybe we have to buy him at the end of the season, who knows. He's been doing very well for us, and we go away with a 2-0 victory from Anfield. And that means we jump ahead of Liverpool in the table. We're now sitting 10th in the table, and we're sort of crawling closer and closer to a European spot. But still, there's a long way to go in the season, and there's more. Like, it's easier to go from like 18th place to 10th place than it's going from like 10th to maybe 5th place, because there's a bit of a gap. Anyways, My Elgato crashed, and we are already now at the 29th of November. So I played some international games, and then I played again against Sunderland and Newcastle. I drew both games 1-1. I was streaming, however, so here you see the goal. Sunderland scored on pretty much their only chance of the game, and I was sort of creating a lot of chances in the match, trying to get back, and then I would eventually get a goal into the second half here. It was a Zaha to score it in the 51st minute and bring us even 1-1. Against Newcastle, sort of similar scenario. They scored early on, an own goal this time around, and I was trying throughout the game to sort of break through. And I won a penalty there into just before halftime, and Kabay would score it to make it a 1-1. So 2 draws there from our 2 next games. A little bit disappointing because we were on a sort of good streak, but it's still alright though. We're still sitting in 10th after those 2 draws, and we have one more game in this episode up against Everton, and of course a game that will be good to win. They're sitting pretty alright in the table, Everton as well. And they got all the strong players, a stronger lineup than the Everton side we faced when we played them in the Capital One Cup and beat them. But then again, we're also playing with a stronger side, and it's McGeady on the ball here. He does lose possession, but it falls to him. Bolo, a little spin there past the defender, but it's just blocked off by the defender, and it goes wide. Instead, Barkley running on through here, and just like the Newcastle and Sunderland match, even though you didn't see much from them, it's my opponents to score the first goal of the match. A little bit frustrating getting behind 3 games in a row, but McCarthy gets onto the ball here, weaves past the defender, but what a terrible shot that is from MacArthur. However, we're pushing on. We want to get back into the game. We've been good at scoring goals despite getting behind. And it's Bolasie here to get us the goal. Little stop and turn past the defender. It is 1-1. We're not done in this match because we definitely found our goal scoring form. And we played in here to Kabay. He stops up. He plays it to Zaha, and he's gonna not score on that one. How do you not score, Zaha? Should definitely been a goal. And then Everton, the second shot of the game. It's Lukaku on it, just like the first one, outside the box. It's 2-1. Could not believe it. Just clinical. A lot of my opponents been very clinical, scoring on all their chances, and that's seen me sort of having to create stuff. Here it's Bellerin breaking on through into the box, and we win a penalty. Not too sure if it was Bellerin's reward or Bolasie's reward to get that penalty, but Kabay would score it, make it 2-2, get us back into the game, and Lukaku gets one final shot in, and we get our first save of the game because Everton only had 3 shots on target, 2 of them went in. A little bit frustrating there. They were quite clinical, but we get another draw. So from our last couple of games, we've got 4 draws and 1 win. But then again, from our last 6 to 7 games, we've been undefeated in the league, which is very, very nice. And we're sitting 11th in the table right now. So there's a couple of points up to, for example, Newcastle and United. But hopefully we can pick up pace and start winning a couple more games so we sort of jump closer to them. But for now, we're going to end off the episode here, guys. And we might have another episode out later on tonight. So stay tuned for that. And that is pretty much all. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll talk to you guys later.